trying to edit the YouTube, guys. I don't know how it will work. We'll see in a moment.
Siema.
Oh, now it works. The miniature is not like what we would like to have, but it's better than previously. I'm gonna try to figure out that miniature later on. But the important factor is we've got the title which we wanted to achieve. Let's give it a couple minutes. Current video is strictly for recording. We're doing it a short time to explain and answer some questions about the TheFUEL and POS69 ecosystem. And we're gonna save it so we can share it further on, because there's a lot of the issues and questions aroused recently, and we would like to share some knowledge about the TheFUEL. Well, I guess that's all we need to set. We're gonna make it like chilling, no stressing, so everyone can understand my difficult accent and learn as much as possible. Howdy everyone, welcome on the special dev news POS69 TheFUEL ecosystem AMA. Ask me anything. We're gonna be answering the questions about the ecosystem of our game, of our project. So, what is the most important is the difference between the TheFUEL and POS69 and the ecosystem in compare to absolutely every other project in the market. which has been currently released. It is very important to mention that many of the projects that has been released, they were not released yet. They've got that release date somewhere in a far future. While we managed to do a working version of TheFUEL for quite some time, it's still in the tests, but as you can see, we can use it freely anytime. The access to the game is free to play, so anyone can just download the launcher, download the current version of the game, and get inside, try it by himself. Yeah, so there's like nothing special that has to be adjusted on top of that. No hidden magic. Everything works properly, yeah. So as you can see, you can do like absolutely normal stuff. You can play the missions, you can do everything that's important for players to do. The game is fully working, and compared to all our competitors, if we can call them even like that, the amount of the content in the game vastly over exceed every single other project there. I think I could even say that the amount of content we can have now, like right now, there you go, the liveliness and all stuff like that, as you can see, our universe is alive all the time, exceeds all the other contents together. Let's put us in a safe spot and start talking about the economy. I think it's way too loud here, so it probably double catches. I will have to adjust also the OBS. Because I can see we've got some stuff that is making some... That should do the trick. Small issues, I guess. So I'm gonna adjust in case I remove everything. That should do the trick. So, first of all, as we saw, our client is fully working. I'm gonna quit to the main menu. Every single other project is telling that they sell to you, they offer you the access to the decentralized, web-free, or whatever kind of mambo jumbo they want to use game. They're telling you that this P2E or NFT or whatever. And everything they say, we're using our blockchain decentralized technology, and it's only a marketing PR. There's like not much reality of how the blockchain or how much of decentralization in most of the current projects is there. It's like the only thing they are using is using decentralized and not always decentralized technology of blockchain to sell their completely centralized project. There's a huge difference between us and everyone else. So I will give myself a little bit of freedom to compare some basic things that we can notice around to show how vast the difference is here. As you may notice here from the server browsers, each server can hold up currently up to 128 concurrent players on a server. There is no limit cap to the total players in a server, but there is a limit of the concurrent players in server that allows them smooth gameplay. What it means that the more players that are active on top will join the project, the bigger amount of servers has to appear in the list. So it's easy you were easy able to scale. Just add another server and another server and another server and another server. So we can scale up and we can scale down. Yeah, we just add another server and the player can pick on which server they play. And the character or characters they create are permanently on the current server. There are some features like switching, moving your character from one server to another. That's like a premium feature on which players can spend their POS69 cryptocurrency, and they can move between the servers, which are our official servers or which are community servers that participate in moving characters ecosystem. Hopefully this is clear. I'm trying to be as clear as possible. So the huge thing about decentralization, telling about decentralization in the game, is what we managed to do and nobody else done. And there is a reason why nobody else managed to do. Everyone, or nearly everyone, majority of people on top of the blockchains projects are very greedy. And they do not want to share the power. They do not allow anyone to tell them that they were wrong. Yeah. So if you do not allow access to anyone, they cannot do anything about what you're doing better. And here's the difference between us and everyone else, because with the TheFUEL project and POS69, community members, guilds, investors, or anyone who's interested in the project can, for a small amount of POS69, acquire from us appropriate configuration files to host their own servers. Wherever they are. The localization of our servers currently is in UK, in London, but you can host your server wherever in the world you like. Yeah, we will help you. We will tutor you how to make that thing happen. And what's the most important factor? Everything that happens in the game is happening off-chain, which means we minimize the cost of transaction fees because they are unnecessary. They happen off-chain. That's the first important thing. Second thing, because it happens off-chain, there is no delays and waiting for synchronization. There is no problem with the blockchain. If blockchain is off, you still can play. There is no issue with that. It has no impact on the whole game or whole project whatsoever. Yeah, even if the blockchain is currently highly congested, there's no problem for you because everything that happens in the games happens off-chain. It happens only in a game. The only thing that happens on-chain is the transactions of the POS69 itself. And that POS69 is used to pay for some ships in the game. That POS69 is used to acquire the configs for the server, that the POS69 is used for any other transaction on chain. Another important factor is that POS69 has been built on Binance blockchain, and it's got a very specific smart contract which makes it auto charge from the amount of the POS69 sending 1% to us, and that's like our fee, and 2% is taken on and paying speed for every single person that owns POS69 in their wallet. So you do not need to do any additional staking. You do not need to look for any third-party stuff. You just buy the POS69, you hold it in your wallet, and with every transaction that happens on a chain with POS69, you're getting your share for just holding the token. So you always, as long as you got the reasonable amount of token, you always will see your stuff increasing with all the transactions. Another important factor is because there is no transactions on the blockchain, there is nothing happening on the blockchain while you are inside the game. There is no taxable situations. So to get yourself the in-game POS69 commodity, in-game POS69 tokens, you need to buy yourself POS69, then use the whichever server you'll be using, use the appropriate channels to top up your account in the game. And the same way, you withdrawing your POS69 from the game. You need the appropriate channels, depends on the server. It can be done by the Discord, can be done by Telegram, can be done on a website, can be done wherever. Depends on how the community members, how everyone is running their own servers, how they lead them. They need to do it through that. What's super important now is that because we've got multiple servers and anyone can own their own server, anyone can run them as however they like. Yeah, there's like no pressure from us to tell you how you're supposed to run your server. It's up to you if you're gonna be using our starting economy system. So you withdraw, let's say, 1-to-1 the POS69 from in-game to outside, or from outside to in-game, or you may do it 1-to-10 or 3-to-10, whatever is the way. You can do it as you are the sole owner. It's like if you run the server, it's only in your sole discretion to make sure that servers got the POS69 to make it work as the play-to-earn title. So that makes it that the whole ecosystem is separate, completely separate than anyone else. And I want to show you some examples what we're talking about. As for examples, I'm going to use some well-known titles like Axie, Pegaxi, Titan Arena, and we're going to use this as well Gala Games, and we're going to use one of the titles like Town, just for some simple examples. We know that there is no one who is like absolutely super perfect, because none of them projects became a super perfect for long term. They're all saying we are here for a long term, and the issue with all of them projects are they all do the same mistakes over and over again, and they do not adjust. How does it work? Let's say in Axie, Sky Mavis, as the Axie owners, make a decision, and the decision that Axie makes impacts economy, and their decision is bad, which makes economy going down. Now, if you look for what's happening in Pegaxi, this is the same story, yeah? They decide to adjust the economy, they make some decisions about the game ecosystem and economy, yeah? And they're the only ones that can impact that economy. Same story here. They're the only. And as we know, most of the decisions make it go like that, yeah? So now let's look for the Titan, yeah? This is the same story. Decentralized, play to earn, NFT, you are the owner. All that stuff is just a PRBS. There is not much something that you really have impact on that, because the only person are the owners who make the decision about how the economy works, and that also makes them go like that. And the last of the big projects I would like to say is the Gala, because Gala is a huge, massive corpo, massive machine, one of the leaders, if not the biggest leader on the market of playing to earn titles and NFT titles and such on. The very important factor here is that Gala is holding quite good only because they add small ecosystems that's also completely centralized, yeah? So in example, Gala's got Gala decide on their own token, and whatever is Gala deciding about their own token, again, that's only decision that was made by the Gala, and that also impacts how their economy works. And to make it more visual, let's jump in here. So as we can see, smooth of potions, so we're talking about Axie here from our discount. So Sky Mavis, as the Axie owners, make decision about how the earnings happens on economy, what cost as much in economy, what are the costs of the working economy, and their decisions with their planned economy, which is based on two tokens, main token of the company and another token that is inflationary, and in that case all of them tokens are hyperinflationary. Makes the same story for everyone, and that story shows that after initial rise, so we release the we put some money into marketing, we release the hype, people come in, and after that, because the economy is completely broken and is wrong, very wrong decided, it's at this point it's inflationary. At this point, it's already hyperinflationary, because there is like it's like people complain. A lot of the crypto people complain that, oh, look at the states, they printing the money. No, that's the people who are printing the money, yeah, because they are printing the tokens that they have no use for. And we can see what's happening in the. We are here for a long term. What's happening in the long term with the hyperinflationary and inflationary economies. There you go. That's how what's happened with Smooth of Potion and how it has been provided by, and decisions that were made, how they impact. They do not make it coming back after initial sale at all. Same story goes with the Pegaxi. Initial jump, hype, marketing, hype marketing, you know, and after the initial hype, what happens here? It's absolute disaster, yeah. As we can see, it's non-existent. It's nearly completely dead about the value. Let's look at the Tetan. Tetan isn't any better, yeah? Look at the Tetan Arena. We can see a chat as well. Initial hype, everyone's popping in. Yeah, it was hype super, because it was like only 11. It was $11 per at the start. So when it pops in, it doubles the price. And then, of course, when the players came in and realized there is no content and decisions that being made are not helping, plus condition of the market on top of that, makes it go way below to the situation where it's very bad. And the last one I would like to show us is, of course, the Gala, which we were talking about. The Gala is a little bit different because, like I said, they release a lot of the additional projects inside the main projects, and that helps them hold the market. But in the long term, which they are all here, in the long term, of course, we can see where it goes, yeah. They are also, like everyone else in crypto, of course, impacted by the whole bearish market situation, but it won't change the thing that because they are huge, they are holding reasonably good in compared to every other separate project like Axie, like Pegaxi, like Tetan, or like anything else. And all that is because, like I've mentioned here, it's very important. There's like I wanted to say that, let's say, like on one of the projects of the Gala, they got their own coin. It's a Townstar, yeah, we can say. When they release the Townstar, super simple. We can go here. The release of the Townstar, Gala rise up, then Gala goes down. Townstar has its own economy. Townstar hype release goes up and down. And of course, because it's a inflationary token, it will go down forever. Yeah, there's no chance for that to save that economics. None of that economics can be saved long term. If anyone tells you different, he's lying you, because the longer people are coming in and pumping the money in, there's still a lot that these people from the beginning can additionally earn. Yeah, these people who came in here or here or even here, who went in here, they can't get out here at all. It's impossible, yeah? That's the huge difference. There is no decentralization in their economy. The whole thing is centralized. How the token is being minted in the system is absolutely centralized and decided by them. Also, them tokens are uncapped. They can be minted forever, and they are. and they are hyperinflating and there is more than they are needed. That's why they are losing the value so fast, and there is absolutely nothing that can help that thing to get fixed. And there goes the difference with the fuel, because every server is independent. If you would like to run your own server for the fuel, there's no problem. Like I said, we will provide you with the current config files and additional software to do that. We'll help you, we'll explain you how to do it, and you can run as many servers as possible. But what is most important, it's absolutely up to you how you're gonna run it, because to be able to make it pay to earn, your server, yeah, each server is your economy, belongs only to you. So if an investor decides that he wants to run his server, he needs to support the server with their own amount of POS69. Important factor, POS69 is not inflationary token. It's already being minted. That's it, yeah? We're good. So the more people will come, the amount of token become more scarce. So it assures everyone in a whole ecosystem that the more people come, there is a definition that if the token became more scarce, we are much more safer with the price of the system. Another thing is that if those decisions that them companies made them go like that because the decisions were bad, the community has no impact on that. But let's say we, as the fuel owners, will make a bad decision. We are gonna make a decision on our servers, yeah? So we are doing a decision on our servers. That's our servers, yeah? The yellow servers are our servers. Yellow servers belongs to the Gala, yellow servers belongs to the Tetan, yellow servers belong to the Pegaxi, yellow servers belong to Axi, and yellow servers belong to the fuel. So we decide to make a decision here, and we there's no people who are absolutely perfect, but so let's say we made a bad decision. That bad decision impacts the earnings only on our server, because what kind of decision happens here is independent from that. If you on the server, how you gonna be allow people to exchange the tokens, it's up to you, yeah? So this is someone else, this is someone else, this is someone else. All that servers, all these economies are separate. Every single one of them. They are completely separate, yeah? So each owner of the server has his own pool which he own afford, that he use and decide in which rate he uses their token. So if we made a decision, we do impact only our own server, not the whole ecosystem, because all of them servers together build the POS ecosystem. But here there's only one server, one owners for ecosystem, each of them. There is no impact, there is no community voting, there is no community impact on their ecosystems. The only ecosystem that allows that is ours, because it strongly depends on everyone else, yeah? If we make the wrong move, we put the decision that put our let's say community players will not be happy from the decision we did for the ecosystem. The other players playing on different servers will have no impact on that, because that only changes our ecosystem. And now if that, let's say that server will decide that they want to do same as us, so there are two servers together that follow bad decision. But the other 5 servers, seeing we did a bad decision, they do completely different decisions. and they're making sure that the whole economy stays on top. And we, seeing that we did something very wrong, but these guys did something very good, players price them, players move their players, do the job, we can adjust our decision to make sure it's not happening. That's not happening here. None of them people will allow you or any other person who is more wiser, who got more experience, more wiser, more clever, to tell them that they did something wrong. And that leads to the same story with every single project. As we can see, same story, every single project. Yeah, there's like no magic here. No magic here. All the projects are on inflationary, hyperinflationary tactics, economies, and they all gonna die. That's the story. We are here for a long term. As we can see, the longer you're here, the more you lose. Yes? There's like no magic here. The longer you stay, the more you lose. We are here for the long term. The longer you stay, the more you lose. Because of inflationary economy tactics. They only price the people who come in before the start, before the hype. On the hype, people cash out and kill everyone else and make them stuck in the ecosystem, which they can't get out of because they've invested here. On the hype, they all money, while that was the one when they were investing and getting up. Everyone else who came in here decided to dump, and that's it. GG. So these people are stuck here and they can't do anything. So this is very important. That's something that can't happen. That's not gonna happen. That can't happen in our ecosystem, because in our ecosystem, even if we made that wrong decision, that could impact the price, and someone else would follow, and that would impact the price. Everyone else decide by themselves and make sure that the token is up, that the token is completely up. So every single person, every single investor can own their own server and can exchange the token on the rates they own decide. We do not impact anyone how they should run the economy of their own servers. There is zero impact from us to anyone else who is running the server how they should split, how they should run the economy. We are all human and we all make mistakes. The whole thing is to make the project decentralized, and in our case it's the most decentralized project ever, because anyone can own their own game, anyone can own their own server and run their own economy and prove everyone else they know better what they're doing. In case of Axie, you can just come and cry. In case of Pegaxi, Titan, or any other play-to-earn game, you can go on Twitter and cry and complain, and that's gonna get you absolutely nowhere because you got zero impact. You may go and spend money for AXS, yes, your governance token, and what kind of impact having the governance token for last year gave you on the game? Because I can tell you right now, and it gave you absolutely zero. Now that's a different story here, because you may absolutely decide for yourself and for your small community, for your small part of players, or decisions that you make. You may temporarily increase the earnings on your server to bring more players than the great. That's all up to you. Every single server has its own economy, and owners of the servers decide how the economy works, because it's up to them to supply the POS69 that's needed for play to earn to their players. Simple as that. No hidden magic. No additional taxing, because all transactions in game happens outside of ecosystem. No downtimes from blockchain, because all transactions became outside of the blockchain. They are off blockchain. They are inside the game. Yes, there is no problem with the delays, with loadings, with blockchain synchronizations. All that issues are out, because the only transactions that happens game POS69 is topping up your account inside or withdrawing from inside the game outside to your wallet. There is a plan further on the future to do some help with some automatizations. We're working very hard on browser explorer, I would say, for the for your game stuff, which could help you to make things a bit more easier. But we do not want to make mistake that did the Pegaxi. So what helped Axie prevail longer? This is a very important factor that nobody mentions. What helped in Axie Infinity to prevail much more longer is the lack of smart contract that there is on Pegaxi. On Pegaxi, you just rent to someone the horses, and the smart contract make sure that the payments are done automatically. You don't have to do anything. Yes. What happened there? They've cut the middleman. They completely cut out the middleman. So there's only the investor and there is a buyer. There is nothing in between. And the difference between investor and the buyer is massive. And there is no more steps on which player could climb up to get into the reasonable level. So that's what happened to PXC also. There was no ideas like why we should try, why we should do something at all here. There's no reason because there's no incentives. There's no incentives for you at all. While in Axie, still, there are the semi-managers or different managers that are above, that are below investors, but all above there, like supervisors, team leaders, and so on in community, which are taking care of stuff. Yeah, they are taking care of payouts. So, except the player, you need someone who will make sure that all the data is okay. You need to make someone who is gonna do the payouts, and so on, so on. So there are them steps that make them people want to go up. Of course, now currently because of the state of the game, it's a little bit different story. But there are all them things that happens that people want to do something, and they. Well, I do disagree with many things that they do absolutely is wrong, but they do try to bring more from separate places of the people. Here, you as the investor, as the server owner, you've got like admins for administration of your server from the technical side, so which you can add to someone from the community, from your players. You've got admins inside the games, which make sure that everything happens in the game it's okay, it's alright, works, there's fair play, and so on, for punishing and so on, for helping the other players. You've got people who you may do like in Axie that will do your payouts, yes, because someone's had to process that stuff, same way as that happens in the Axie. So there's like a lot of the positions for everyone who goes into the ecosystem to find something for themselves. And as long as that is, and people got some goals to achieve, it's a completely different story. Now, this is very important. We do not want to cut that middleman. We do not want to. This like we do not want to do what other companies doing. That like don't want to do everything for ourselves. We want that to be that first project about everyone will be talking in years to pass. That we are the first, the pioneers that brought real decentralization to the play to earn gaming. This is the first situation where everyone can get their own part of the game, like really, and decide how the ecosystem, their economy without the ecosystem will work. And they will have the real impact on how everything goes further on. But that's only a very small amount of stuff that's going to happen. That's how the ecosystem happens. Now, let's say someone is having like a great partnership with someone else to achieve the stuff. Now, with the cooperation with us, we can do a lot of adjustments inside the game. In example, as you can see, you can jump into TheFUEL and see us content creators doing content about TheFUEL on TheFUEL. You can find TheFUEL easily within the game, and within the game browser you can just type TheFUEL and see who is streaming the game currently at that moment. So it is very important. So you see we've got that huge thank you support. As soon as you jump into the game, you can see that we are very grateful to TheFUEL and the token that supports TheFUEL we're showing off. Now imagine that the guilds got their investors outside. Like there's like big guilds, let's say YGG in Axie, that they also go on around different play to wins. Let's say YGG decide to get their own server. They've got the idea how they want to run it, and they want to know people that they got. They can acquire using the POS69. They can pay, and we can add temporary or permanently the YGG banner here, and everyone who turns into the game will see the YGG banner here. So the amount of the marketing that can happen here is absolutely huge, and the places where the marketing can happen in the whole vast on our whole vast universe is massive, because the universe is huge and it's gonna get even bigger and broader while we still develop, because we do not stop at all. Completely different places, completely different systems, different planets, different options that can happen. Let's say here you can spot the YGG, here you can spot someone else, and so on. So you may have your own NPCs, you may have logos on your ships, and so on and so on. You may have news about yourself inside the game, everyone can know about that. There is so much that can happen that players, the community, can impact that never ever happened in any other play to earn pseudo decentralized title. Yeah, this is the first title that's completely decentralized. This is the first title where you really have impact on how the progress goes. You may prove everyone that you know better, that you are better at economics or tokenomics, that you are better at advertisement, that you are better in placements, on absolutely anything. Everything is up to the community. We're just developing the final stuff toward the game, but everything else will depend on the community, how and where. So you are the first. This is the first project, TheFUEL, and the POS69 is the first project where the community, players, investors really have impact on the whole ecosystem. It's not anymore you are my friend, I'm gonna give you a hint that you can get some token now, and then we're gonna do the dump and we're gonna screw over the community and nobody ever will learn about that. No story like that. There's another no story. Is like it's impossible to make the token inflationary and hyperinflationary, because there is a limited supply of the token, and you gotta on the fly adjust the rate for which the token you have in your inventory. We don't have any more at this, we don't have any at this account, but the token you have in your inventory, you apply to withdraw. It's up to you. So it's up to the server owners. They may follow the guidelines we recommend, but they may do absolutely however they like it, because it's only up to them how much supply of the token they have. Can they run the server with the supply they have? You know, can they get them investments? Can they get them people on? And so on, and so on, so on. Because if someone wants to buy a ship on your server, yeah, that person needs to get POS69, top it up here, and use it POS69 to craft the special item that will allow him to buy the ship inside the game. So this is as simple as that. There's no other hidden magic here. You just click in, pick your server, you decide which server you played on. Now if server is officially supported by us, we are cooperating, and you decide to switch from their server to ours, or from our servers to their servers, there's no problem. With a small fee you can get your account moved from one server to another server. So everything's possible. There is like no hidden magic here. Everything's possible. Stuff can happen. This is the thing. Decentralized play to earn title that cares about the whole community and ecosystem, not cares about themselves. Not talking you PRBS. Not telling you we're gonna release a flying in a game and opponents in summer 2022, or maybe in summer 2023, or maybe 25. No, you pops out, you there, it's ready, shit happens, invasions, aliens, fights, trading, PvP and PvE already fully in the game. No BS, just the facts. Simple as that. Choice depends on you. There is no problem to get in. The most easy way to get in, I think the most clear everything is between us as developers and between the community. We are the most transparent within the whole play to earn world. We are the most transparent entity. Just join us. Check by yourself. Download the free client. There is no fees to enter. There's no fee to check how the stuff works. There's no fee. There's except of your time. At the moment, everything's free because we just run only the private sale of the token. There's nothing else. But as you can see, we're already features packed. We've got fully working trading. We've got fully working missions. We've got lots of the equipment, upgrades, ships, weapons, ammunitions, shields, justers, and a lot of other stuff that you gotta check by yourself. That's it for now. I think that I can't see any additional questions at the moment. If anyone's got any questions, you're free to add it. If not, I'm gonna wrap it up. I will join with some grinding hours later on, but that would be all about the ecosystem. So that's the first decentralized ecosystem, TheFUEL. That's us. No one else, that's us. I think that's everyone, so I will be able to cut it down. Thanks everyone for joining. The video from that short info will be available all the time on YouTube. We're gonna try to share the link. I'll try to add some reasonable miniature later on with help of hopefully Libra and Heatsink. And if you got any questions, you know where to find us. We are streaming on TV, on Terovo, on YouTube. You can find us on our Discord. You can anytime join our Discord and ask the questions. We are here and there to help and to answer. For now, Marshall's out.